What's up guys, my name is Dychronic, your host on this Call of Duty Advanced Warfare tutorial. In today's video I'm going to be showing you all about the new Emblem editor. It is very similar to the previous Black Ops 2 editor. As you guys know, the Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 and all that stuff, and it never had an Emblem editor. It was definitely a Treyarch's thing back in the day, but the Advanced Warfare has an Emblem editor. It's very nice, has 32 layers just like the previous one on Black Ops 2, and it's actually very nice. It's very similar to the previous one, and I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about it, as well as I'm going to be showing you how I made my tiger, because many of you don't know is that my little picture, my tiger in the corner there, is actually based on an emblem I made in Black Ops 2. Where I first made it was Black Ops 2. Now this is actually really near and dear to my heart, so that's why the first thing I ever made was this picture. Now obviously the one in my YouTube is obviously better made because it was in Photoshop and I had a lot more ability to do things as well as gradients and all that stuff, and it's a bit more high definition, but the premise is just the same. All I wanted to do is make a tiger, and I didn't really know how to make one, so I decided I'm just going to use a bunch of squares, and it kind of ended up in a Minecraft-esque kind of thing, and I really liked it, so I decided, well, you know what, I'm going to make that my picture, and it kind of just stuck. So that's the story behind why I have it. I'm going to be showing you a little bit of a time-lapse of me making it, and of course if you wanted to make it yourself, you know exactly how I did it. Some things I wanted to mention is that there's a bunch of different features that people don't really understand. So obviously there's a layer thing, so if something's on top of one another, you're behind it, you can be behind it or in front of it, and there's certain layers you can put things in to put it in front. Now one thing I didn't notice that most people don't know is the free scale. If you don't know, if you click in the right stick, you can go into free scale, or normally if you scale left and right, it'll just keep it the exact same dimensions and just make it smaller and bigger. With free scale, if you can use the toggle stick up, left, right, and down, where you can actually toggle which side is actually growing and smalling. So for a square, normally when you scale, it'll just be a square the entire time up and down, but with free scale, you can make it a longer rectangle in the X direction or a longer rectangle in the Y direction. You can really play with it. Of course, you can also use like the random different shapes, so you can put like a little alien guy and free scale him and make him really skinny or really tall, really fat. You can play with these things, and the free scale is very important when it comes to making these insane things. If you guys remember, there's some pretty insane different emblems back in the day in Black Ops 2, and they were really cool, and a lot of them were based on the fact of using layers as well as free scaling, and it was really cool. So again, I'm just showing you very basic things, but there's a lot of very complicated things. If you guys want me to, I can try to see if I can do some more emblem editors to show you guys how I do a bunch of my emblems, because I know a lot of people have been asking about emblems and stuff, and like if you guys want me to do a bunch of emblems, like, oh, how to make the Juggernaut symbol or how to do the phase symbol in Emblem Editor, I can definitely help you guys out and show you exactly how to do it. Other than that, there's really not much more to it. It's really just go play with it. I had to pull up an image to actually see what I was doing. Just pull up an image online and see what you can do. I'm sure you can find a bunch of different tutorials out there, but just play with it. There's a lot of different shapes, a lot of things that make no sense why they're there, but with these shapes, you can basically create anything, and it's really cool, and I definitely like the way they did it. If I had one recommendation, I would like to say don't be afraid to put shapes together. Now, you might not be able to see everything you want to see right off the bat and be able to do exactly what you want, but you are able to do everything if you just put two shapes together. So if you look at one thing and you look at a bunch of random shapes and you try putting it together and you make them the same color, that's two layers, but you can make a completely different shape. That's why I believe that these shapes are enough to make almost every single possible thing you could think of. Obviously, you can make things very easily by having those pre-constructed ones that you get from completing challenges, but you can really do so much when you have these abilities to play with the shapes and make them. So what I recommend is just put a bunch of things together and see what looks nice. Like I remember I made a sun with just kind of like a quarter circle of things, and I just kind of offset two different layers on each other, and it looked really well. Although the rest of the picture was kind of janky, as you can see here, but it was really fun, and I did enjoy myself when I was making it. I'm not going to be using that emblem, but I just thought I'd try something and do something wacky, because I definitely learned something with the sun and the cross-hatching, and it definitely taught me something. In the end, you're definitely going to improve as you go along. But anyways, that's pretty much the video for you guys today. If you had any suggestions, leave them down in the comments down below, as well as check out my Call of Duty Advanced Warfare playlist. I'm making tons of videos recently, and I'm having an absolute blast playing the game. And if you're interested on more COD Advanced Warfare content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'm making daily content here, as well as Density content. If you're interested in that, I'll be posting that as well. But anyways, I've been your host, Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next video.